Is this Jets team better than it was last year? Yes. Did the Jets address all the positions that they needed to hit this draft? Also, yes. I am not a fan, though, of the way they went about it. Darren Mougey went Membu, Taylor, Thomas. Based on what was available at the time of picking, I would have gone Membu, Will Johnson, Xavier Watts. And I am certainly no GM in the NFL, but I think my top three far outweigh the top three of what Mougey and the Jets did this spring. So final grade, B-, simply because the Jets left some huge talent on the board and looked elsewhere in rounds 2 and 3. And let us all pray that Membu works out for them too, by the way. He was the best offensive lineman in the draft, not by much, but ultimately, it's not what I wanted, I'll be honest. I'm glad the Jets ended up picking an offensive lineman, though, in that first round, because what went in the second round and later was no good. So, a compromise from the expectation of Tyler Warren, the best tight end and one of the top 5 players in the draft, on the reality, or to the reality, of Mason Taylor, the third best tight end in the draft. He's a good player. All that said, at that particular spot, the Jets left the second best cornerback, only behind Travis Hunter, the 7th best overall player on the board to make that pick, which in my opinion should have been the cornerback Will Johnson out of Michigan. And the craziest thing I read from his scouting report was, I'm going to read this here, pre-snap play recognition makes it seem like he was in the offensive huddle. That's wild. You can't teach that. Can you imagine Johnson and Gardner on the same squad? The Jets would never get beat deep. Well, you still have to imagine it, because Darren Mougey missed at that primary position in the second round. I'm also not crazy about the Thomas pick in round 3, because the Jets left 2 safeties, a great position of need for the team, on the board. I like Jonas Sanker, who went to the Saints 20 picks later, but I loved Xavier Watts, who went to the Falcons 3 after him. So as far as the late round picks, I'm going to categorize them with So you could tap the link to listen above, below, wherever it is, to hear my full analysis on those. So overall, B- for Darren Mougey's first draft as general manager of the New York Jets.